Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, I want to talk to you about a very important topic, the change in environment. The environment is everything that surrounds us, from the air we breathe, to the water we drink, to the plants and animals we share the planet with. The environment is essential for our survival and well-being, but it is also under threat from human activities. In this video, I will explain what causes the change in environment. The environment is changing due to various factors, both natural and human-induced. Some of the main causes of environmental change are greenhouse gas emissions. These are gases that trap heat in the atmosphere and cause global warming and climate change. The most important greenhouse gas is carbon dioxide, which is emitted by burning fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas. Other greenhouse gases include methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons. Deforestation. This is the cutting down of trees and forests for various purposes, such as agriculture, logging, mining, and urban development. Trees and forests absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen, so deforestation reduces the natural capacity of the earth to regulate its climate. Deforestation also affects biodiversity, soil quality, water cycles, and local weather patterns. Land use change. This is the alteration of the natural landscape by human activities, such as agriculture, grazing, mining, construction, and infrastructure development. Land use change can affect the reflectivity or absorption of the sun's energy by the Earth's surface, which can influence the global temperature. Land use change can also affect the emission or sequestration of greenhouse gases, as well as the availability and quality of natural resources such as water, soil, and biodiversity. Pollution. This is the introduction of harmful substances or energy into the environment, such as chemicals, plastics, metals, radiation, noise, and heat. Pollution can degrade the quality of air, water, soil, and ecosystems, and pose risks to human health and wildlife. Pollution can also affect the climate by altering the chemical composition of the atmosphere and influencing the formation of clouds and precipitation. These are some of the major reasons for environmental change. However, there are also other factors that can affect the environment in complex and unpredictable ways, such as natural disasters, volcanic eruptions, solar activity, ocean currents, and feedback loops. The environment is a dynamic and interconnected system that responds to various influences over time. Therefore, it is important to understand the causes and effects of environmental change and take action to protect our planet. What are the effects of climate change? Climate change is a global phenomenon that affects the physical environment, ecosystems, and human societies in various ways. Some of the effects of climate change are global warming. The average temperature of the Earth's surface has increased by about 2 degrees Fahrenheit, 1.1 degrees Celsius, since the pre-industrial era, mainly due to human emissions of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. This warming trend is expected to continue and accelerate in the coming decades, unless drastic actions are taken to reduce emissions. Extreme weather. Climate change alters the patterns and intensity of weather events, such as heat waves, droughts, floods, storms, and wildfires. These events can have devastating impacts on human health, infrastructure, agriculture, and ecosystems. For example, heat waves can cause heat stress, dehydration, and cardiovascular diseases. Droughts can reduce water availability and crop yields. Floods can damage property and spread diseases. Storms can cause power outages and coastal erosion, and wildfires can destroy habitats and release pollutants. Sea level rise. As the earth warms, glaciers and ice sheets melt, and seawater expands. This causes the sea level to rise, which threatens coastal communities and ecosystems with flooding, erosion, saltwater intrusion, and habitat loss. According to the IPCC, the global mean sea level has risen by about 8 inches, 20 centimeters, since 1900, and is projected to rise by another 10 to 32 inches, 26 to 82 centimeters, by 2100 under different emission scenarios. Biodiversity loss. Climate change affects the distribution and abundance of plants and animals, as well as their interactions and functions. Many species are forced to shift their ranges or face extinction due to changing temperatures, precipitation, seasons, habitats, and food sources. For example, coral reefs are bleaching and dying due to ocean acidification and warming. Polar bears are losing their sea ice habitat due to melting. Birds are migrating earlier or later due to altered phenology, and insects are spreading diseases to new areas due to expanding ranges. Human migration. Climate change can also affect human mobility and displacement, as people may have to move away from areas that become uninhabitable or unsafe due to environmental changes. Climate change can also exacerbate existing drivers of migration, such as poverty, conflict, inequality, and human rights violations. For example, climate change can increase the risk of droughts and famines in Africa, floods and cyclones in Asia, wildfires and heat waves in Australia, hurricanes and sea level rise in North America, and conflicts and violence in the Middle East. These are some of the major effects of climate change that we are already experiencing or will likely face in the future. However, there are also other effects that are less visible or predictable, such as changes in ocean circulation, soil fertility, carbon cycle, disease transmission, mental health, and social justice. The impacts of climate change vary depending on the location, vulnerability, and adaptive capacity of different regions and populations. Therefore, it is important to take action to mitigate the causes of climate change and adapt to its consequences. Like this video and subscribe our channel. Namaste. Thank you for watching this video.